Hello and welcome to this special edition on EBC World. I'm your host, Asegun Keita. Today on this special edition, we'll focus on Genna, Ethiopian Christmas celebrated on 7th of January. Ethiopian Christmas is very different as compared to the others, as we focus more on ceremonies and rituals rather than gift giving. We'll talk about this and many more, especially on the music industry of Ethiopia. Do stay with us.
Tonight, God. Yeah, I want you to sing.
Greetings, Ras. Good to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good. It's a lovely day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice to see you again.
same here.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
Wow. I'm a reggae artist. I've been in reggae music for many years. Been there from 1976, you know. And I work with all the reggae artists that you probably heard about. You know, I get a chance at least once in my life to be on the same stage with them, you know.
Tell us the biggest.
The biggest part I get was like 1980, 23rd of July, His Majesty's birthday. You know, I get to perform on the same stage with Bob Marley in the United Kingdom, you know, and that was a highlight in my life because he was there for me when I was much younger. You know, we used to play football together and things like that, you know, so it was really a honor, you know, and my life in music has been an honor to be in certain place to get to deliver the message that I believe that I have from my father, which is His Majesty Haile Selassie I, who give us the message to deliver to each and every one, you know, so.
So I believe you have a strong connection with Ethiopia.
Yes.
What are the major factors that made you accept Ethiopia as it is and then go forward with it?
You know, these things started from early age in school. When I was in school in England, in Oxford, you know, they always want to tell you about the slave trade and the black people coming from the ships, and you know, so it's like no one never really explained anything until we start to get different little speeches of His Majesty, and then we start to find more teachings of His Majesty. Then we start to find that there was more to this thing than just slavery, you know. It was more of a homecoming, more than a slave ship coming back, you know. So Ethiopia has been very important in our life worldwide, because even the biggest strength that we get from Ethiopia in that time is Adawa. Adawa was the only part of the continent that defend itself, that it didn't get colonized to change and to destroy the great belief of our ancestors. So Ethiopia has been a source of strength from youth up till now.
Amazing. So as we are celebrating Christmas now, I want you to give me the experience that you have while celebrating Christmas out there, and if you have celebrated it here, what's the difference?
Well, it's like when I was out there in that way, I never celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December. We always celebrate Christmas on the 7th of January, because we believe that it is closer to finding Christ than the time what they say that Christ was born. And then we usually think that is the Santa Claus that they're trying to replace with Christ, and everything that they telling you about Christ wasn't really the truth, So when we find with Ethiopian experiencing Ethiopian Christmas, it takes us back way, way, way back in the Bible, back to Jacob, children. Jacob had 13 children, 12 sons and 1 daughter. And Ethiopian have 13 months, which represent Jacob's children, because Ethiopia is ancient Israel from that time until now. And even the religion, the Orthodox religion, confirm that Ethiopia is like unto Israel, So for us is that the celebration in here is not a commercial one, it's not a buying and selling, but it's more of a connection to Christ himself. And we believe that it's closer to the time of Christ coming into earth than the 25th of December.
Amazing, amazing. One of the other differences that Ethiopia takes is the fact that we don't believe in gift giving, rather than the rituals and the ceremonies which take big time in the Ethiopian Christmas.
Yes, and we find with Ethiopian Christmas, it's a lot of sharing and a lot of caring, because you can be walking past and someone will say, come, nah, come eat, come eat with us, please eat with us. Where you wouldn't find that in the Western world. In the Western world, not even families want to get together. Only some families would get together. Many are very lonely and depressed when it comes to that time of year. In Ethiopia, we find joy. When it comes to that time, we're going from house to house to house to house. We just keep going around until the day is finished. So it's more joyful, it's more love sharing, and it's more caring,
One last question with regards to music.
Yes.
I know you are part and parcel of the musical industry, and I want you to give me your honest reaction to the musical industry, to the Ethiopian musical industry, the status of Ethiopian musical industry now.
Ethiopian music industry is still growing, it's still growing, and it still need that structuring, yes, but it's getting there, and we know that it will get there, The thing with not just Ethiopia, but with Africa and all, they don't really give you royalties from using the music on the radios, the television, and this. You don't really get nothing. In the Western world, when someone uses it on the television and the radio and things like that, you get little something, So that these things will be addressed. But if the artists them keep want to run away, this thing is going to take longer to be structured, So we keep praying, that we can encourage our people especially the ones with the brains who have the qualifications, not to run away and leave the country destitute. The country depends on the people. And if the people with the intelligence are going to leave, you're going to leave chaos behind, you know? And chaos doesn't really say it's going up. For us, chaos means going down, you know? And it's not time to go down. It's time to come up, you know? And we pray, keep Ethiopia as one, because Ethiopia's responsibility to black people in the world, you will never imagine it. Now I will never imagine it, but I know Ethiopia gives black people worldwide strength, and to know that Ethiopia is not just 2017 year old. Ethiopia is thousands of years old, you know, and it's still strong, it's still growing, it have all the chance to rule the world.
As we are celebrating Christmas, finally, if you have any message, a shout out.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to shout out to the youths, them, especially in Shashamani, youths like Nishak, and you know, him is a strength to the youths, them, you know, and there's a set of studio youths who just released a album, you know, we just released the album, you know, with the youths, them, in Shashamani, you know, so we're praying that the youths, them, keep the focus, you know, and don't change. You know, you can't change from something good. If you have something good and you're going to change, it's going to be something bad, you know. So we pray for the youths and asking everyone to help the children. Our children, each and everyone, needs to be educated. So we have to try our best to do what we can to help our children so that in the future they can help themselves and others, you know. So we pray that everyone have a wonderful Ethiopian Christmas, you know, and keep the love alive. Even though we are from different ethnic groups, we are one Ethiopian. Ethiopia first. Everything comes after. Yeah? So it's more love, more happiness, and more prosperity.
Thank you for making the time. Thank you for blessing us with your time. You have a good night. I know it's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you to having me here.
Who are you? What's your experience like with Vila Verde and everything?
Well, today we celebrate something important. It's not the ending. It's the beginning of something else, okay? Of course, like everything, when you close to the end, you question yourself a lot of things, you know? But especially analyzing what's going on in the city, on a big change of the city, our issue is very small, because there is a lot of hope for bright future of the city, of the nation. So Vila Verde, like Fendica, or many other places in town, stay in the memory, because the rest is a wall. Wall can rebuild it, no? What's important is the memory. So I believe we are leaving a good memory, and it was a very intensive 10 years of activity, proposal, show, meet people. The more important thing was that one. It's the last thing I said. When I opened this place, my main goal, because I know, being in this business all my life, it's not easy to make money in music, you know. You follow a dream, you know. But the more important thing for me was a meeting point. In a short time, I know half of the city, because I did something to let people come around us, you know. And that made me happy, my network, my friend, and that's the most nice part of my experience, if I can say.
What's Vila Verde to you?
Means?
Yeah.
Means green villa, you know, greenhouse, no?
What is it to you? What is Vila Verde to you? Is it a marketplace? Is it a place of happiness? Is it a place where you come here, make money, enjoy the music, and help people grow?
Oof, if I have to say that in 2 words, very difficult. If you give me 1 minute, I will tell you. Vila Verde is, let me say, is a hub. You know, I like this word, you know? Like any place in town, it's easy to identify because they are mono proposal. Vila Verde was a little bit something different. It's like a meeting point for my proposal or wherever Phil is a producer or organizer, so it was open to everybody. And that allowed us to have very different thing happening stage on in the house. From music, we go from traditional to salsa to rock to jazz to we did so many things, you know. And the same we did on art exhibition, market, and the same we did in food. We identify ourselves as a Mediterranean, so we go from couscous from pasta to paella, Spain, because we've been collaborating with a lot of an embassy. So it's very difficult to identify in 1 minute. I'm sorry for who missed the opportunity, but we hope we come back. We tried.
What's the contribution of Vila Verde for the music industry of Ethiopia?
I think there was a big contribution because when I come, the first thing I tried to do to prove who I was in show business. My history in entertainment is long. I start in '86, okay? I opened a chain club in Italy with 5 clubs because it was very hard for a black guy of Lebanese, because I'm half Italian, half Ethiopian. When I'm there, I'm a nigger. When I'm here, it's in the color. But okay, that's another issue. So it was very hard for me to be, you know, music put on the front side, okay? For me to open 5 clubs, and without sponsor, inside my club was playing the history of music from salsa, from reggae to Africa. Manu Dibango, Fela Kuti, Ziggy Marley, Lauryn Hill, Shaggy, Sean Paul, Barney Spear, Ossie Biza. I can make a mention, you know. We used to do 600 shows. We opened the ethno music in Italy, you know. But that was like a challenge for us because it was a good win, let me say. It was a good win, good moment, you know. So the same, if I have to say something to this place, the same was, the intention was the same. When we come here, the intention was, okay, let me try to make here a platform for Africa, not for Europe. In Europe was necessary 5 clubs to make your circle, to not have sponsor and invite. You know, when you invite artists for 1 show, it's very hard. If you invite for 3 shows, it's much easier, no? Maybe it's not matter of money. The excitement to go in tour is help. So when you bring them for Africa, if you bring just for 1 show in Vila Verde, it was hard. My idea was to build between Kenya, Rwanda, and other countries some sharing opportunity and idea. The only problem in Europe, in 1 week you can make 5 shows. In Africa, everybody wants to do Saturday. So it's very hard in 3 weeks to make 2 shows. So your production costs, your travel costs, your logistics costs become triple. No matter what, if they ask you very cheap price, but you have to face a lot of costs. No? But in any case, we did a lot of, we invite artists from Kenya, from Uganda, from South Africa, from Senegal, from Cote d'Ivoire. We've been trying, we did a lot, I think so.
Amazing. finally, as we are celebrating Christmas, you have celebrated Christmas not only in Ethiopia, but also across the world. What do you find Ethiopian different as compared to celebration of Christmas here and the rest of the world?
Okay, what I like from Ethiopia, there is a lot of way to celebrate. Muslim, Christian, Orthodox, so there is a lot of celebration, and that make nice. But what I miss, of course, my family, my relative, you know, they are not here, my sister, my family, my mother and father passed away, but the close family, Christmas usual is something close to the family when you celebrate. But having a lot of friends, have my son with me around, was, let me say, was a nice way, because today with the phone, it's easy to get call all around the world and have change the happiness and whatever.
In Ethiopia, we celebrate it on January the 7th.
Yes, yes.
Elsewhere, it's December 25th. In Ethiopia, we don't give gifts on Christmas. We usually celebrate it in rituals and ceremonies. Do you find it different here in Ethiopia?
No, honestly speaking, gift is a part of some part of the country. I'll give you an example. South of Europe, south of Italy, is more like more Africa way, you know? Family is more important than gift. Spending together. You will wait that year to, let me say, coming together and forget your problem, and maybe it's the right time for you to say sorry to somebody. That's the right day, you understand? So Christmas, I see Christmas inside this spot. I don't see Christmas around gift. Gift is something we call Babylon. We call commercial. Let people commit to buy and sell. That's another issue. Christmas is not that. No, Christmas is more give and get by soul, but harmony, you know, I believe that.
Amazing. Any final message for a shout out to your friends and families as it's Christmas, and for the community here as Vila Verde's final days are coming?
As usual, in Christmas, no matter what Christmas is, some religion, you spend your time pray on your side, with yourself, and the same, the family will pray. I believe on this moment, I got some kind of, let me say, request on my prayer, if to come back sooner or later with a new proposal in Addis. No? For now, let we take a breath, let we celebrate with family, whatever, but as a music proposal, we will try to come back. That's sure, 100%. There is no way.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Merry Christmas. Greetings.
Greetings, Rastafari.
Introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, well, I am Jalayan Cliff, you know, Nyabingi chanter, you know, living here now in Addis Ababa. You know, Addis Ababa is our home, you know, our birthright land from creation, you know. Even though we were taken away in captivity, going the islands, Jamaica, Trinidad, you know the history, they scatter us in the diaspora, you know. So now we come forward home to our rightful birthright habitat, you know, so to speak, you know. So we give thanks for being here, you know.
Awesome, awesome. So what's the place of Ethiopia in your heart and your mind? Because there are different factors for people to love Ethiopia. What's the factor that made you love Ethiopia?
Well, as I say, for we as a Bobo Shanti, you know, we come to learn and know of ourselves, who we are as a people, as a nation, you know. And we know say we are Ethiopians at home and abroad, you know. So through we're taken away in captivity, you know, we find ourselves and know say Ethiopia is our birthright land from creation, you know, as our Father come put us forward in remembrance of who we once was. So Ethiopia for we is our heaven. You know, like them say heaven out there they teach like heaven in the sky. Well, this is the sky for us. Ethiopia is 11,000 miles above sea level when they're there in the diaspora. So what I mean? So now we come home to our heavenly home, birthright land from creation. So Ethiopia for we is everything towards I and I.
Awesome, awesome. So what do you think is the place of Ethiopia in the unity of Africa? Because African unity comes first. Ethiopia is part and parcel of Africa, and Adwa and the unity of Africa comes through Ethiopia. What's the place of Ethiopia in that sense?
Yeah, well, Ethiopia is the head. Ethiopia is the leading unity we bring. The whole Africa, when I say Africa, is Ethiopia, where we know it as from creation. So what I mean? So you even have a AU here in Ethiopia, where our father is Majesty Farm. So what I mean? And that's what the AU stand for, Africa Unity, Organization of Africa Unity. So, you know, Ethiopia play a great role, a leading role, you know, when you say unity for Africa.
Awesome. So as we are in the Christmas season, Ethiopia celebrates Christmas on January 7th, and Ethiopia has a different perspective towards Christmas. We don't go to gift giving, rather we have rituals and ceremonies. And the West has different perspective towards celebrating Christmas. I want you to compare and contrast the difference between celebration of Christmas here and the rest of the world.
Yeah, well, there's a Christmas, you know, so that name is totally a colonial and a Western, you know, name. For we know, as I say, Ethiopia celebrate January the 7th. We learn that as a Bobo Shanti, you know, we celebrate on that day also. We call it Christmas, because it's about Christ. So what I mean? So meaning say Christ mass. So the mass of people would gather. Like Ethiopia have 13 months on their calendar, right? So it's like the end of the year, you know, where the mass of people gather and celebrate our funds. You see what I say? So we call it Christmas. So we don't deal with the Babylonian Christmas thing, Santa Claus thing, Puppy Show thing, no apology. You know, Ethiopia Christmas. You know, because it's about Christ. So if you say it's about Christ, then when it comes, you say Christmas, then you say Santa Claus. So it's come like a more Santa Claus, I get that praise that. You see, it's all about Santa Claus and Puppy Show thing. So Ethiopia, we focus about Ethiopia. Give thanks and praise to Christ.
Awesome. Let me get back to music. What do you see in the status of reggae music in the landscape here in Ethiopia?
Yeah, well, you know, reggae music is, them says, Rastaman music, you know, with the positive message, you know, within the music, you know. Well, I as a Bobo Shanti now, I learned that I father, King Emmanuel, you know, he tell most of the talented reggae artists them, like Garnet Silk and certain other artists, being as them sing the positive word sound and power, you know, they would use the Naya Bingi drum sound to back that. So what I mean? Because you know them say music is man and man is music. So we want the right, what you would say, frequency, you know, to link with the frequency, the music, you know. So that's why I now I come out with the Naya Bingi drum sound, you know, frequency. the positive words on the message on it, you know.
Awesome. Final message. If you have a shout out on this Christmas and on this holiday or any message at all, you can convey it to us.
Yeah, well, as I say, January the 7th, I Christmas coming up around the corner, said we, you know. So, cause me say, this Christmas thing where them talk about, we don't really, you know, yeah, we don't really count it like that, honestly, you know. But we prepare ourselves for the Black Christmas coming up, you know, the Ethiopian Christmas, you know. So, I just more life, more strength, more happiness, you know, and blessing. See what I mean?
Thank you very much for blessing us with it.
And as you talk about the music, you know, just do Naya Bingi chant song, me and Ras Idni do a collab, you know, where we have the Naya Bingi music come out, you know. You can find me on Spotify, you know, can YouTube, you know, at Jalayan Clip, said we, you know, Naya Bingi chant, you know, better than them, the Naya Bingi chant, you know. And we have our next music about to release January, sometime soon, you know, 7 Seal, you know, 7 Seal, that one I name the 7 Seal. 7 Seal, that one I name the 7 Seal. 7 Seal, I got to keep my heavens clean. See what I mean? So look out for that one coming soon. You know, Naya Bingi chant is out there already, you know. We deal with humanity from down to earth up. Poor and have not, rich and wealthy, you know. We love what we show them know say we real, you know. Never you try to eat another man's meal. Me no deaf, me no dumb, me no blind, figure feel. Me dey up on the battlefield. Me know say the Black Christ real. Me know say the Black Christ real. Better than them, the Naya Bingi chant. Better than them, the Naya Bingi chant. Yeah, man, a Lion Cliff, man. Just check me out on every major media platform, you know. My YouTube channel, you know, at Lion Cliff, you know. You can check me on Spotify. You can check me on Audio Mac and a whole lot more. Just look up Lion Cliff. Blessed love.
Blessings. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Same to you. Peace and love. Yes, sir.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we've got for you inside this special edition of EBC World Festive Program. Inside this special edition, we have talked about Genna, Ethiopian Christmas, celebrated on 7th of January. We have talked to different artists, in a bid to give us lots of ideas on the musical industry of Ethiopia. Have a lovely Christmas and enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of EBC World programs. It's a goodbye from me, your host, Assegun Mulketa.